It's a new day. It's gonna be a good day today. Oh, tired. How do I look? Tired. Off to the races. Oh, we're gonna, I don't know, either get breakfast at the hotel. They're also doing breakfast at Hydra. So we'll see what happens. All right, party people. We're ready to get the flip out of here, out of the hotel to kick off officially day one. I'm a little OCD, as you might have gathered by now. I kind of like to leave the room like no one's even staying in it. Let's go through give you the view check here. Let's check out the view. Beautiful, eh? Day one, breakfast provided. Well, thank God. 10 to 10:30, so we've got State of the Union with Nick and Josh, both of, I think, co-founders of Hydra. Then we've got presentation 1 with Zach Schubert. Presentation 2 with Daniel James. And we got a keynote from the Judge Graham. 1 to 2 lunch provided. Let's go. Gonna be searching for those keto options. And then 2 to 3 is a workshop power hour, okay? And then presentation 3, we'll have a quick break, 15 minutes, keynote, and then day one ends at 5:15. And then there'll be breakout dinners tonight. Not sure where we'll head, I'm sure it'll be decent. Sounds great. So, let's kick off with day one, party people. You're coming with me. It's a bit of a gloomy day. We're not gonna let that slow us down.
The destination is under
300 feet. So we're gonna get there real quick. I'm gonna be going straight for coffee or energy. Do I take written or typed notes today? Written or typed? I feel like I digest and hold on to notes that are written a little bit better, but digital's just kind of easier to find and organize and transfer. I think I'm probably gonna go with digital. I talked myself into it. And I think we're getting close. Not bad gigs, eh? Fancy. I like it. Legit. Thank you. How's it going? Chase, Zeb. Yes.
In 250 feet, turn right on Broadway.
Sup, guys? Sup, bro?
Welcome.
What a space, eh? Mm-hmm. Holy moly. How'd you guys sleep?
Pretty well, man. Pretty well. Not bad. What time did you get out of the bar last night?
Check it out. Check out this freaking rooftop, you guys. Baller. Freaking baller. So we're in there, conference room. Check out the city. Man, this is so cool, bro. I think that's what they call the Batman building. I could be wrong, but I think that's the Batman building. Driver was telling me what that pointy boy is. But check it out, guys. Freaking cool, bro. Hey? Freaking cool. We were down there last night. Check it out. Props to Josh and the rest of the Hydra team for putting this together. So great start to day one. Let me tell you what, I'm excited. The venue's freaking legit. I may hop into the pool. I mean, it might get just too hot. Too much D2C talk. I'm gonna be in that pool right there. So, wow. Just taking it in.
My name's Adam Artemis. I'm now I'm a consultant here at Hydra. And what am I looking forward to for the event, right? Biggest thing, my first mentor here is here, Judge Graham. I'm very looking forward to that. I've seen him in, I've been to so many of his events, haven't seen him in like 3 or 4 years, which I'm really looking forward to. They have a great lineup of speakers, and my favorite part is the workshop. So it's going to be much more intimate. You know, we have some time to do some open laptop, actually like connect with you guys, you know, things that you guys are working on.
Very nice.
So that's what I'm most excited for.
Nice to meet you, bro.
You as well, bro.
Good to see you yesterday,
You as well, man. You as well.
I like the flex.
Thanks, man.
I like it. Mr. Nick,
What's going on?
what are we expecting today?
What are we expecting today? We're expecting a great day of speakers, a lot of insights shared, a lot of good relationships built, and overall a really solid weekend.
I'm excited.
3rd annual council.
I've been looking forward to it for like a month.
Yeah?
Yeah. Josh had, he was posting about it on his Facebook, on his stories, and I saw it, I was like, I've just been needing community.
Yeah.
So as we know, you know, Wisco boys, there's not a lot going on
there's
there,
not.
like nothing. And so just the opportunity to be able to come out and do this, like, was big for me. So thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I find people really like this room because it is, everyone's very collaborative, open to sharing. Everyone's here to like make friends and do business together. It's not posturing.
It doesn't feel
any-
pretentious.
No,
eh?
not at all. It's very like, we're here to win together, you know?
Yeah, it's like easy.
Yeah.
And that's important. I appreciate
So
you,
we
bro.
try and curate.
My
Slumped
man.
your hair.
My man. Thank you. Bro,
Let's go, dude.
what are we going to do?
Day one. We're gonna learn, we're gonna apply, and we're gonna scale some businesses this week. That's what it's
I'm
about.
excited to be here.
Dude, I'm excited that you're here, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What a event, too.
Yeah.
Like, the room's beautiful.
Venue? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Nice, big, open, floor to ceiling windows.
Yeah.
Got the poolside view.
Yes, last night was fun.
Dude, great time last night. Yeah, just a little pre-mixer, you know, just to loosen up the joints a little bit
Yeah.
before we get into the full day today. So.
And I did some research on the speakers, too. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, which one are you most excited for?
I don't know. More so all of them.
More so.
Yeah.
Love it. Dude,
Appreciate it.
dude, of course, man. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, bro.
So mainly I'm like kind of like mentoring their creative team and like working with their strategists.
So you are a creative strategist. Yeah. And that's something so important too. Like people say, well, don't work in silos. It's like, okay, yeah, don't work in silos as it pertains to collaboration and communication, but a copywriter should be doing the copy. A designer should be doing the design. A strategist shouldn't be doing the copy or the design.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's where I like silos of work, but not of communication and collaboration.
You want to ensure that all pricing are the same across all platforms, because otherwise it's just going to disrupt like all the markets that he's trying.
The rest of the resellers.
Well, you guys, we're stoked that you're here, and we want to kind of do what we call State of the Union, and we do this at the beginning of each Hydra Council, just kind of talking about where the agency space is currently from our perspective.
And just make sure you're open to any and all conversations. You never know where your next client, your next partner, your next acquisition is going to come from. So yeah, make sure you're working the room and talking to everybody, and just being open to really sharing what it is that you're doing and being transparent. Because at the end of the day, there's enough for everyone here to earn and win everything that they want to. So.
Corey is on our sales side, so if you guys need help with anything from your pitch to how you are taking your phone conversations, Corey's going to be diving into the sales side with you guys.
So as Josh said, I run a community with Eddie Maloof and Ashton Shanks. We've had about 1,000 agency owners come through it. So that's one of the places where I get a lot of this information, and not only does it work for my agencies, but it also works for the agencies that we work with. So it took me about a year. And guys, don't overthink it. Once again, I think people overthink it because it's either they're afraid of their audience judging them incorrectly because maybe you have your friends and your family in there, or you want to go viral. But if you go into it with the mindset of like, hey, I don't want to go viral and I don't want to get 1 million views, then it's like, oh, 100 views is perfect. 1,000 views is perfect because that's exactly what I want.
So I just get my mail forwarded to uncomfortable because that's where I live on. But the goal of this is there's two different kinds of realizations that you can have. So there's something called imposed realization and self-realization. Right? Imposed realization is when you tell somebody the answer. Self-discovery or self-realization is when they come to it on their own. Self-discovery does not evaporate ever. Imposed discovery will evaporate very quickly. As an example, if you guys remember being kids running around the kitchen, how many times did you ever have an adult in the kitchen say, hey, don't touch that, it's hot? Anybody not have that happen? Right? But I bet the first time you touched that shit and burned yourself, you never forgot. Right? So we want to have these people come to self-realization, and that will always be uncomfortable if they've never thought about it before. That's going to be our what, why, affirm, commit to the actions that are necessary in order to accomplish that.
And so there's something to be taken away from his talk today, I promise you. And he's going to talk a little bit more about positioning as well, which I'm so stoked on because, man, like everyone has to dial that part in. Welcome to the stage.
I'm going to challenge everybody today and hopefully drop some knowledge today is about how you grow, scale, and exit. Because that's not taught, right? Because very few can teach that until they've experienced and done that. Is that fair?
Yeah.
No one is going to buy a company if it is you. Because if you, the old adage, if you get hit by the bus, the company's gone. You need to be quickly building it to replace yourself as fast as possible. The two companies I have right now, I don't even have a title. Those that aren't, I get it, man, because you got to grow, right? But at some point past the growth stage, you got to get to the profit stage. But hey, the journey may have negative margin, but the ending can. Can I get an amen? Amen. And it needs to be, you want a real multiple, we need 35% in this business.
Great presentation, master class. I struggle a lot with, and you talk about culture. Private equity doesn't buy culture per se, and recruiting and retaining your best talent more difficult now than ever.
Sure. Yeah, great question. So I think every exit I've had, that key leadership, I made a lot of people rich. Like, and I think that's a mindset where you've got to look at, like, my wife's back there and she can attest to it. I mean, you know, when we exited, it was never about me. I mean, people were buying, you know, family members' cars and houses. I mean, multiple people were multimillionaires when we exited. And so how you get through that process is you've got to, the people that help you got to the dance, they got to participate in it.
What a morning. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna bring you guys with me for a second, kind of just chill into this moment. Just talked to Judge, the presenter that had the cowboy hat that you saw from this morning. I asked him, is it worth it? Honestly, it makes me just like a little bit emotional just thinking about it because of how difficult this all really is. How difficult this journey has been, the suffering that you go through, the uncertainty, the pain, the choices you have to make. Life-changing choices for yourself and others. And all for what? And that's kind of what I've been struggling with some, is all for what? Which is then a little bit unfair to family and team too. I'm not driven by money. Money's nice. I'm driven by people and working with others and teamwork and trophies and being together and struggling together and winning together. It's that essence of togetherness. But that's hard when people are in the equation. see it maybe as easier with money as the equation. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong. So as you can see, I'm still working it out, man. Agency, 8 full-time team members, 9 brands that we're supporting now, doing really well. And I'm still figuring shit out. Truly. In a lot of areas. But one thing I am so grateful and humbled by is just this morning so far, being able to learn about sales tactics and how to speak, how important trust is, and how to, optimize calls to get right to the problem. How to build out those funnels and how to speak and provide value right off the bat for that lead generation.
3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. We got a winner coming here. Who do we got? We got Ryan Stacy. There we go.
You look at this each month?
Yes. Yep.
A few minutes later.
What's your overall goal for agency?
That's a problem.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Going back to Judge Graham's.
Yeah, I had a good conversation. I would say
Where are you at now?
just surpassed in terms of MRR. Well, in ARR, we're so it's halfway decent.
Yeah.
Good.
And you're not too much.
It's definitely not my forte. I was looking at it, I'm like,
But I will tell you,
So starting to market a little bit.
Yeah.
I think so. Any particular category of niche?
We're industry agnostic.
Okay.
That's why the judge's presentation was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because all this happened in a year. You know what I mean? Like we went, in the past year, we went from 0 to 6 figures, 0 to 14 team members. And it all just became so out of control.
Yeah.
But now it's for the first time I'm catching my breath.
Yeah.
Hi guys, do you see yourself? You missing me?
Super excited to introduce my good friend, Ashton Shanks.
All right. My job is to wake you up after food. All right. My goal for this talk is that at the end of this, you will have a path for clarity. Because my hope is if I can provide you clarity, you can then gain confidence. But what we want in heaven does not mean that that's what exists in reality. If we want to lead great organizations, we have to be able to push this through constantly, right? So that's your 2 jobs. Finally, commitment to standards in hard conversations. No one else will do it. You've got to do it. You've got to be willing to have hard conversations with people.
Ashton mentioned it. Didn't know who I was. I thought I was a CEO, and I'm not. And I partnered with somebody who is also not a CEO. And so we quickly realized that this isn't going to work because we don't have a sales guy. We don't have somebody who wants to get out there and make money. We have 2 people that, keep trains on time. Yeah.
What level of support was he offering at that level, and how big was his team to support that many clients in terms of
Good question. I mean, a lot of people get really scared of the support side of it, but the beautiful thing is these things are automated when after you set them up. So really, it's just learning onboarding, like how to install the chat widget, and then once you do it, there aren't really that many questions that they're going to have.
A lot of information to get, a lot of information, a lot of applications. So game plan, today, day 1 is over. So we have dinner groups tonight. If you don't know your dinner groups, go back and see Rob and then Tyler somewhere.
I think I'll post up here quick. A little quick discussion. So, day 1 is in the books. I'm tired. so many good learnings. Ashton killed it on the culture talk, especially with the 90-day plan. Yeah, that one really hit home. Lots taking good notes, lots to dig in there. Maybe I'll share my notes, or we'll do a link to some of the decks for the Hydra Council. If we can do that, I'll have to see. But it was really good. I also did a breakout session about financials, and they kind of asked the group, they did like 4 or 5 breakout sessions, and I went to the financial one, and they said, like, you know, why are you here? And I said, you know, I feel like I'm doing good, but I also just like don't know, you know, like just to get a second set of eyes to see how I'm actually doing, because ultimately I don't know what I don't know. And I try to stay diligent. I have people that help me, and I got really good feedback, especially on how we're really tracking everything and how our QuickBooks is set up and our profit margins, and just across the board doing really well. There was like one line item that we need to change up in it, but with everything, you know, we have going on in the business, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. It was really encouraging and motivating for me, because I'm pretty hard on myself, and even I need to have more conviction in kind of the things I say, and myself, more confidence in myself, more conviction in myself. Yeah, because I keep getting that feedback, and that's not an ego thing or a pride thing, although there is some of that in there that I need to work on or be cognizant of, but really owning the good work that's being done, and then identifying the work that needs to change. And so today was all about that. All right, party people, we're off to dinner, waiting for the Uber, and we're going to get some steak at Oak Steakhouse. I'll let you know how it is. All right, guys. So, dinner's over. Had a really nice time with the boys. Got some steak, had a little bit of whiskey. Now we're headed back to the hotel. Maybe gonna get a snack and just hang out a little bit. It's nice. It's nice to be around kind of people in the same space and living a similar life, and I don't know, just having community and spending time together is important. And I'm realizing that more and more as this week's going on, just how important it is to mix and mingle and stay involved with people who can empathize and kind of understand where you're at and speak to where you're at too. Back at the hotel. Had a grand old time. Took an Uber back, grabbed some sodas, which is kind of nice. They've got like sodas and snacks downstairs. And we're back in the room. Back home. Had a really good night. It's kind of fun, you know? It's nice. It's like I'm in the midst of party central, and it feels like I'm going home early. Like I'm going home to do my homework or study for a test, like I'm being a good boy, right? Kind of funny. But I'm grateful. I'm taking it seriously. I'm getting after it. We're gonna have a Diet Pepsi, and we're gonna go to bed. Wake up in the morning, do it again. Oh.